What's going on, campers? Campfacer here. Welcome back to another Texas Chain Saw Massacre the game video. You guys, I got the Texas Chain Saw Massacre the game hoodie on. Today, IGN released information on the new game. They're showing off gameplay footage. This is freaking amazing. I guess Gun Interactive let them play a demo of the game on the house map. As you can see here, I'm going to show you guys what they released, but I'm going to pause it after they discuss each part that they were playing, and then I'll kind of go over some things that I might see or explain what we're looking at. And it's going to be one of these kind of videos because you guys, a lot of people out there don't realize this. I never really announced it on my YouTube channel yet, but we're actually moving after like 25 years of being at this residence here. Our landlord is now selling our home and only gave us a month to get out, and it's ridiculous. And I knew that I was going to be missing out on some new gameplay of Texas Chain Saw, and I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to do it in this fashion. It's not going to be too edited of a video. I just want to get it out to my fans and have fun talking about it with you guys. So let's get into it.
Campfacer.
Adapting the classic 1974 horror movie Texas Chain Saw Massacre into an asymmetrical multiplayer game might seem odd on the surface, particularly when the team setup isn't the same 4v1 we've become accustomed to with the popular Dead by Daylight, but instead the even stranger sounding 4v3 arrangement. It works exceptionally well in practice though, creating a tactical, tense, team-based multiplayer experience that favors brains over brawn. Whether you're on the victim team of 4 trying to escape or the serial-killing family trio trying to cut them down, Texas Chain Saw Massacre's tweak to the asymmetrical multiplayer format already plays great, and the 4v3 format is a great match for the movie license it's built around. Developer-publisher Gun Interactive promises more maps for launch next.
Okay, so here we see some. We're looking at a lot of new game footage we haven't seen. Obviously, we've all seen the trailers that Gun released and the other gameplay that they've released, but this is actual gameplay that IGN was playing. And again, I'm going to pause this periodically through this video. If you guys want to see this whole video without me interrupting it, go to IGN's YouTube channel. They have it up there. But yeah, so anyways, I want to pause it and kind of see what we're looking at, take a look at it, and kind of discuss as we watch this video. And right here in the living room, it's actually the chicken room. If you look in the top right here, see where I'm pointing? It looks as if, like, when we're walking through the maps in this game, that it's going to tell you what room you're in, I guess. I mean, unless they take this stuff out, it looks to appear like this is the chicken room where, or you could say the bone room. Maybe a Nugget the chicken's in here somewhere. But over here on the bottom right, if you rewind it a little bit, it looks as if there's what is that, a radio? Or is that the chicken? Hold on. What am I looking at here?
Interactive promises more.
Oh, that's Nugget the chicken. Okay, here's Nugget. I guess you could silence Nugget, but because right now he's making noise because you're walking by him. Now, obviously, it seems to be as if the family members are going to get alerted, or you'll get a ping because Nugget's making noise. So RT to silence. I wonder what it takes to actually silence. Do you have to do a skill check and burn more of your time up? I'm not sure, but here we go.
More maps for launch next year, but for this preview session, I played.
Okay, as he's walking through look, it says cut down X. So if you walk through this bone trap type of deal, like it's like a little alarm, it's probably going to make more noise to alert the family even more. But it says here to cut down, so maybe you do a skill check to cut it down, but again, you're going to burn more time doing that. or maybe you need something to cut it down, like a knife or something. But let's rewind it one more time because look at the feathers. Look at the feathers as the victim is walking through the room. I think I discussed this before with you guys. I was wondering if when they walk through the feathers, are the feathers gonna make like interaction? Are they gonna move? Because it would be cool if they did, and it seems to appear as if that's what's happening here in this gameplay. Let's see.
Developer-publisher Gun Interactive promises more maps for launch next year, but for this preview session, I played a half dozen rounds in Texas Chainsaw Massacre's most recognizable...
Okay, so you notice how the cook ran through where the victim just walked through. Because he didn't cut the bones down, you see what the cook saw? It looks as if the cook has that alert on the bones. So I think when you walk through a trap, like whether it's an alert trap and you don't sneak by it properly, it'll light up like that to the family members, and they can run over. They'll see it across the map, like, oh, somebody just walked through the entryway. That's what I take it as. And you guys, I'll rewind it again. I'm gonna keep rewinding it and play as we go through this because this is very interesting to me. It looks as if you can interact with like every door. You can open and shut doors, and yeah, let's just watch this one more time.
In Texas Chainsaw Massacre's most recognizable location, the rural Texas house the film is set in. Victims start out in the basement, and teamwork.
And just know, it looks as if this the gameplay when you're playing as a character, you're not so much lined up behind them like Friday the 13th. It seems to be offset to the left a little bit over the shoulder point of view. Let's take a look at that one more time. Let me rewind when the cook runs outside. It looks a little bit over the shoulder.
Half dozen rounds in Texas Chainsaw Massacre's most recognizable location, the rural Texas house the film is set in. Victims start out in the basement, and teamwork is encouraged and, dare I say, vital. There are only a few...
Okay, so he says that you start off in the basement. We all predicted that, but we weren't 100% sure until somebody actually played the game. So IGN confirmed right there, you start off in the basement, and you gotta work your way up to get out and escape. So let me rewind that one more time here. Look at this, though, outside. Look at the lighting and the way the landscape is. And this gameplay footage looks to be in 4K.
Rural Texas house the film is set in. Victims start out in the basement, and teamwork is encouraged and, dare I say, vital. There are only a few...
It looks as if Connie is climbing up. Is that Connie? Climbing up the ladder. Now, you'll notice it says drop. You press X to drop. So it looks to be as if you climb up the ladder, but if you get to the top and there's a family member waiting for you there, you could press X and just drop down really quick to escape that situation. That's what I'm guessing with the drop button. I don't think you're going to... Maybe you can climb back down. You can go up or down if you want by climbing, but if you want to jump off the ladder, you press X.
2 ways out of the basement and just 2 ways out of the house once you get upstairs.
I'm liking that animation. Very smooth, very cool looking, and I like how the camera goes back behind like the woodwork, like as if you're peering through.
There are only a few ways out of the basement and just 2 ways out of the house once you get upstairs. In other words...
Okay, how many ways out of the basement?
2 ways out of the basement and just 2 ways out of the house once you get upstairs. In other words, there are only 2 ways to win. Yes, only 2, because the victims can't kill the family.
Okay, so it looks as if you could punch the victim, the family members. Okay, if you're a victim, you can punch them. So far, maybe you can get another weapon or something like that. But it looks as if he went up behind the hitchhiker with a closed fist and smoked him right in the back of the head, and it broke free the other victim, and now they're jogging away. So let's see.
Because the victims can't kill the family, but instead only stun them, further affecting the balance of power. They can, however, slip through narrow gaps in the walls and duck under barbed wire traps. Meanwhile, characters on both sides have unique skills. while the cook can listen closely to unstealthy victims and add locks to doors for the family, making it more time-consuming for the victims to get through them, Connie, for instance, has a one-time ability to break a lock instantly. This can literally mean the difference between victory and defeat, as in my final round, I was chasing down Connie as she made for the backyard gate. Meanwhile, the leather-faced...
Oh, wow. Okay, so you could rev your chainsaw by pressing LT or whatever controller you're using for whatever console you're playing on or PC, or you could stop the chainsaw. That's pretty cool.
of the franchise is big and not the slightest bit nimble.
See, again, it looks as if, see up here, upper storage, it's going to tell you what rooms you're in. I guess because it might be confusing to where you are located if you were going to tell somebody else, like, hey, I'm over here, you know.
But he can use his chainsaw to cut through doors as well as destroy crawl space entrances and exits so that the victims have fewer navigation options.
Let's take a look at the bottom right-hand corner. Over here, okay, so we have the chainsaw icon, and we have a few other ones. I'm not sure what they all mean. And there's, what is this, health? And then we have a grandpa. So I'm still trying to figure this stuff out here. But let me rewind it again and
as well as destroy crawl space entrances and exits so that the victims have fewer navigation options. I reveled in his ability to rev his
okay,
crawl
so
space.
It looks like victims can crawl underneath barbed wire traps here. But then, in other words, Bubba can't. He's got to chop through it with his chainsaw, which burns up some time.
Entrances and exits so that the victims have fewer navigation options. I reveled in his ability to rev his chainsaw and how that's tied to the power of his attacks.
What did that say there? Let's pause that.
The power of...
Oh, okay, so it looks like a fuse box requires unlock tool. Okay, so in order to access a panel to repair a fuse, you need to get some kind of a tool to break open the door hatch that leads to the panel underneath. So it's not like you could just go up there, open it up, and just start doing it. So we're gonna have to play the old seek out the key or tool required to there's gonna be more than one step to just go upstairs, repair to unlock a door. Okay, so that's pretty cool to know.
Of his attacks. Swing your saw at a victim without revving it and you'll do a bit of damage. Rev it too high for too long and it'll stall out. But if you catch the sweet spot of the rev range, you'll get a one-hit kill, complete with a quick and grisly cutscene.
Yeah.
Note that you can also turn the chainsaw off in order to move around more stealthily as the big guy.
That's cool. That's cool. I was worried about that. Like, if you're playing a Leatherface or Bubba, I was worried that, like, if he has a chainsaw, is it just going to be idling the whole time? And if that's the case, then you can't be stealthy. But here is confirmed you can shut the chainsaw completely off and be quiet, and no one can hear you, and you can surprise attack them. That's cool. But me, I think I'll be revving that chainsaw, you guys. I want to scare people. I want to get them in fear before I even reach them. That's going to be awesome. So let me rewind that again.
The chainsaw off in order to move around more stealthily as the big guy. From first-hand experience, I can tell you that this is immensely satisfying. Also, revving it while roaming the house allows him to very loudly induce terror into the hearts and minds of the victims.
Wow.
He is my favorite character so far. Finally, the hitchhiker is the slickest and snakiest of the serial killing trio. He can get through those same small cracks and crevices the victims can, and I made sure to use his agility to whisk myself right to the front yard as the match began.
Okay, so if you want to be that, like, stealthy killer and surprise attack people, I think the hitchhiker is going to be the one you want to play as. He can, oh my god, he's like a little snake, man, the way he walks. Oh, man. So he can get through little obstacles that the other family members can't get through because he's so skinny and slick. He's like a slick ninja. That's cool. And look at the water, the windmill, the tower here. Look at that. In the you could hide in these bushes, I think. Wow, you guys, so far this game looks freaking amazing. I can't wait. It's not even done yet.
And turning on the gas-powered generator that powers the electrified security system guarding the path to the road.
Oh, did you hear did you guys hear what he just said? This is what I was talking about to my fans a while back. If you've seen the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974, in the movie, there's a generator. Kirk and Pam walk by the generator, which is located on the side of the house, and it's an old generator that's powering the house. So he said that you have to start up the generator and get the generator running as a family member in order to what was he saying? Let me rewind that again.
He can get through those same small cracks and crevices the victims can, and I made sure to use his agility to whisk myself right to the front yard as the match began, turning on the gas-powered generator that powers the electrified security system guarding the path to the road.
Oh, okay, so the generator has a security to the path to the road. So that's what the generator is made to do. So once you turn it on, does it always stay on, or can victims go over and shut that generator down? That's the question. See, that's what I'm saying. The killers, the Sawyer family, they have a job to do besides just going after the victims. They have to make sure other things are in play in order to keep the survivors from escaping.
He can also lay down traps that are guaranteed to slow the victims down, either by ensnaring them directly or by putting them in spots where the teenagers have to spend time disabling them.
Okay, so traps. I wonder how many traps the family members get to put down. And it looks like when they place a trap, it's not just like putting it down in 2 seconds. It takes a little bit to put it down. And it's same with a victim. When they step in it, they're not just getting out of it in a split second. It looks like, let me rewind that. It looks like it took them a little while, like a skill check or a little bit of a skill check to get it done.
Putting them in spots where the teenagers have to spend time disabling them. All 3 family members are wise to collect.
Also look at this bottom right-hand corner. It shows a heart beating and it's filling up. So I wonder, do you get health points? And when it's all gone, you're dead? And what's the heart mean? I hope we learn more about this kind of stuff down here, you guys, to learn like how you play the actual game. Like, what is it?
All 3 family members are wise to collect blood from around the house as well as from victims in order to feed Grandpa, the non-playable member of the family who acts as a sort of Sauron-esque all-seeing eye as the blood you feed him levels him up.
Wow. Okay, so some of our predictions about Grandpa was close to being true. He is an alarm system, basically, but you have to collect blood. Like in the movie, when Sally they put her finger in Grandpa's mouth to give him more energy. They wanted to give him more energy to get that hammer to smack her head. So you got to level Grandpa up, and he becomes more of an alarm to when victim gets close by. He shouts. That's pretty creepy. I wonder if his head's gonna move around. I wonder what he's gonna sound like when he makes grunting noises.
He will occasionally shout and tag any victim who's moving in the moment he screams. And speaking of leveling up, there's a massive and persistent skill tree I didn't get to play with in this one-off demo session, but it promises to allow you to tailor your respective victim and family skills to your liking.
As you can see there, you can hide in certain places. And again, this is the hitchhiker's bedroom, which I never saw in the movie. Obviously, none of us have, or in real life. When I went to that house, I didn't go to... There was one room I didn't go into when I went to Texas to visit this house, you guys. But I take it this might be to the right-hand side of the door, the main door you walk through.
I enjoyed playing as the family more than the victims in my initial rounds. I had a blast trying to outsmart them despite being outnumbered. But no doubt, careful teamwork and coordination will pay off handsomely for good victim players, like when one of you goes to the top floor of the house and restores power to the basement exit, allowing their teammates another means of escape. Notably, too, victims are able to hide in dark corners of the house, in bushes outside, and sneak around quietly so as not to make a ton of noise and alert the family. As my developer guide put it, quote, "Just leaving a door open can hurt you in this game." The sheer number of tactics in play between these two starkly contrasted sides is impressive. More laudable is just how well Texas Chain Saw Massacre plays right now, despite its release date not being until sometime next year. The movie...
That's right, you guys. Think about that for a second. The game's not even finished yet. And look at what we got so far. This is freaking amazing. This is so far amazing. So far, we're seeing a demo, and the game's not coming out until maybe even mid or late 2023. I don't know. But so far, this looks fantastic. Oh my god. So anyways, that was friggin' amazing. I can't wait to play this game. There's so much more to do in this game. I know it's stealth based. It's not like you get to fight the family back. It's not that kind of a game. I understand that. And that's what's going to make this game great, because could you imagine the jump scares and the tense moments of trying to sneak around, or even being the family taunting your victims, playing with your meat? Playing with your meat? That didn't sound good. Yeah, you guys, I want to know what you guys think about this so far down in the comments section below. Are you guys excited for this game? Because I know I am. I can't wait to play this. And yeah, and as far as us moving, hopefully I can break this stuff down, get moved in, and set back up to come back online with you guys. I mean, I will be on my phone on the official Discord. Make sure to join the Discord. I'm on the Discord all the time, you guys. It's a community over there of all horror fans. We don't just talk about me. We talk about everything. Gaming, collectibles, and more. So the link is in the description below to join the Discord. I can't speak. Again, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Make sure to like this video. Subscribe if you have not already. Click notifications to all so you don't miss a video in the future. And I will see you guys at the next video. And as always, campers, stay out of the woods.